Good morning. This is Pastor Laura Cavendish, and I serve at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Asheville, Ohio. I am blessed to be sharing devotion time with you today on day 32 in this Lenten series. We have been following David L. Miller and Marks of the Christian, and we're ready to go. I think I'm I'm ready to go. All right. We are looking at hospitality today. Hospitality. And the verse that we are looking at, we are in Romans 12. No other place to go, it seems, in this series, but it's been very rich. Verse 13b, extend hospitality to strangers. And here is the beginning of the reflection. We are strangers, my Lord, and we are afraid. Save us from ourselves. Dozens of people avert their gaze, avoiding eye contact as I walk city streets. If it accidentally happens, most quickly look away. We avoid seeing each other lest mere acknowledgement of another's existence makes some claim on us. We don't want to be bothered. Then we wonder why we feel so lonely or little understood, and we marvel about why society grows more suspicious, cynical, divided, and oh, so bitter. It's not that way everywhere. A young Palestinian man walked across the cobblestones of Manger Square and greeted me. We were just outside the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, the place of your first holy appearance, my brother. I tried to escape the conversation and be on my way, though I had nowhere to go. Where are you staying? The man asked. My skin tone marked me as a stranger. With Mitri, I said. Mitri, he exclaimed. I know Mitri. Everyone knows Mitri. His mother is my neighbor. Come, it is close. I will introduce you. We must talk. Take some Bethlehem wine. You must come to my house. I went, barely knowing how to act when another human soul opened space for me in his day, let alone in his home. We shared food and wine. Conversation became communion as we swapped stories like long-lost friends. And a great and open space opened up in me, my Lord. Comfort and laughter replaced suspicion and fear as I listened to lives so different from my own. Walls of language and culture crumbled. I felt human again, embraced, known, and welcomed, even as I welcomed another into my own soul. It was a sacramental time laced with grace and joy beyond anything we brought to the moment. We shared a holy communion as you and your grace, my brother, became flesh again, right there in Manger Square for us to touch. Such moments need not be rare. This is what you will do at every table if we fight our fears and make a little space for you. And here's a quote from Luke 24. Verse 30 and 31. When Jesus was at table with them, he took bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to them. And then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him. Okay, and here is our theological thought. Today, this comes from someone we have quoted before. Margaret Silf, Inner Compass, An Invitation to Ignatian Spirituality. Loyola Press published that in 1999. All right, and so this is from her book. An ancient rabbi once asked his pupils how they could tell when the night had ended. Could it be, asked one student, when you can see an animal in the distance and tell whether it is a sheep or a dog? No, answered the rabbi. Could it be, asked another, when you look at a tree in the distance and tell whether it is a fig tree or a peach tree? No, said the rabbi. It is when you look on the face of any person and can see your brother or sister. Because if you cannot do this, then no matter what time it is still night. I don't know what your video is like right now, but the sun has reached this point out there where I feel like it sits between the two of us. So there's some sun for you to come to join us. All right, questions to ponder as we enter in today. Where do you regularly engage in hospitality? And how might hospitality be a spiritual discipline for you? Why do you avoid receiving hospitality? I have some thoughts about that, but it's almost like it needs to be written down. So we will. Psalm fragment, Psalm 10, 17 through 18. O Lord, you will hear the desire of the meek, to do justice for the orphan and the oppressed, so that those from earth may strike terror no more. Okay, what does receiving hospitality move in you? And why is sharing food so central to hospitality? Where has God become flesh for you, as in the reflection? And those are for writing about today. What does receiving hospitality move in you? Why is sharing food so central to hospitality? And where has God become flesh for you, as in the reflection? So, all right, here's the prayer. May I taste and be your welcome at every table I share. Amen. One of the things about the Lenten season, before I go here, I just want to say this, is that we gather to eat together, and it becomes this really important moment and or time. And I remember we were having tech issues early in the season, and I was missing the food time, not because of the food, but because of the time that was relaxed and being next to each other and hearing about how everyone was doing and enjoying the hospitality of those who had offered theirs for the evening. And some of them would describe their preparations, and it was just part of what we did together. And I used to comment where I used to serve too, that people who were raised in Kentucky, and that you could always expect a certain kind of hospitality from them when you would visit. And if you didn't receive it, it was very unnerving to them. So I learned that. And yet it was wonderful to receive it. So even from frail hands that could barely move anymore. So, all right. I hope I have no blueberries on my teeth today. I want you to go in peace this day, and may Christ go with you. Tomorrow is a Friday, and I will be over here, and we will talk about seeing the familiar stranger. So, all right, go in peace.